I got some diodes, I have an AC circuit, I have a DC circuit, I have a scope. Let's talk about what diodes are and what they do. A diode is an electrical check valve. It only allows current to flow in one direction. Current will not be able to flow in this direction. I'm going to put some in some circuits over there and we can see what happens. To make it easier to see, I put an arrow this way. This is the direction it will allow current to flow. I have my 12 volt Milwaukee battery hooked up to this 12 volt light. Everything works fine. So because this is DC, the current just flows in one direction. So when the diode is pointing this way, it's allowing current to flow in the direction it normally would. But when I put the diode in this way, the light no longer works because the current cannot complete its circuit back to the battery. Now with an AC circuit, half the time the current is flowing out on the black wire and returning on the white wire, and the other half of the time it's flowing out on the white wire and returning on the black wire. So with no diodes in place, we have 120 volts and 5 amps, and the sine wave is showing both halves. Now with the diode in line with the black wire pointing this way, it is not allowing current to flow out of the hot wire. The only current allowed in the circuit is coming from the neutral back to the hot. So we lose half our voltage, half our amps, and the sine wave only shows half. Now if I move the diode over to the neutral side, blocking any current from flowing out of the neutral wire, we still only get half our voltage and half our current, but the other half of the sine wave is now showing. If I put two diodes, both in a direction that they are blocking current from flowing out of the hot or out of the neutral, we have no voltage, no amps, no sine wave. Completely blocks the circuit out. So electronic guys have a ton of uses for them, but one of the neat ones for regular electricians is if you have 4 diodes and a capacitor arranged properly, you can convert AC to DC, which is what this is. This is 4 diodes and a capacitor. We have 120 AC coming in and 168 DC coming out. It's 168, not 120, because remember, 120 volts AC peaks at 170s. So this is just showing the peak. When it converts it to DC, it makes it the peak voltage. All right, thank you very much.